Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming with Blake. Today we're starting a brand new big time operation called Hershey Ag Operations here in FS25. We are on Reading, Minnesota. This map is was built by Ag Farms, and it's a 4X and it's a very beautiful map. A quick little overview of the map. This is in town. We have a Case IH store right here. We have a seed lot, seed buying place over here. Bunch of homes. This is in town. We have what would be, I guess, the sell point, the grain elevator in the middle of town here. And now we go out to the countryside. So we're looking for what would be a good spot to start the operation, the farm. We could buy this patch of land right here with this building. However, I don't like this necessarily because there's really no room for expansion. I mean, we could expand out into this field, but I don't necessarily know if I love this location right there. Next, we have this available plot. This one's $90,000, so this would literally take all of our money. We'd have about $9,000 left over. I like this location, but I don't like the price of it. I'm trying to see if we can get a little bit more bang for our buck here. Our third and final location we are eyeballing is this plot right here. It is about $72,000, so it would leave us with a little bit more money. However, we would legitimately be starting from complete scratch. As you can see, there are no buildings on this plot of land. There's quite a bit of trees, so we'd have to take that into consideration as well, that we'd have to remove a lot of the trees and really make it what we want it to be. And also the location. We are pretty far away from everything else in town, so I'm not quite sure if we want to choose this one because we would be driving quite a long ways away to go anywhere. Field, town, you name it. Okay, so after consideration, we have come to the conclusion that property number 3 is not going to work because of the location. Property number 2 is not exactly what we want because of the price. It's not really what we're looking to pay, and we'd basically be broke. So that leaves us with only one choice left, and that is property number 1. It is the cheapest of them all. It has the ability to expand in either direction we want, and it already has a pretty big building already there, and the location is much better than the other locations. So property number 1 has won. All right, and here we are, guys. We are on the lot in what will become a monstrous ag operation. All right, so here's the building. It's a very nice building. We'll go inside here. So we have I believe we have a garage door style door, and then this one, I believe, yeah, this one it's not a bifold, but it does go out, because you can see the cylinders there. All right, so inside of here we have what looks like some liquid fertilizer tanks left over from the previous owner. We have some racks with some seed that's probably not any good. We have some pro boxes. We have another man door into what would be probably truck parking is what they used it for last. We have, looks like they stored a lime inside of here as well. We got some parts over here in the corner, some more racking. We have a cherry picker, creeper, some jack stands. We have a Lincoln welder. Yeah, this was probably truck parking, I would say, just judged by the doors are not very wide. Could have been a wash bay, I guess, because it's got the drains on the floor. I don't see anywhere air compressor, electrical box, breaker box. Yeah, I don't see anywhere where they would have had a pressure washer hooked up, but I guess you could wash trucks in here. Got two monstrous doors that don't open for some reason. Maybe there's no power to the building yet. I don't think. Oh, I bet there's no power. We haven't called the electric company and hooked up the power yet. Okay, so we'll have to call the electric company. Yeah, so you could probably fit. I bet you could fit two trucks side by side through each door. So two. You could probably fit 4 trucks in here with trailers. Maybe. We will definitely probably be testing that theory. Or you could put definitely probably the planter in there. It's pretty narrow and it's not too wide. All right, let's go outside. So we have this whole property comes all the way back here to this other field, and then it goes into the trees as well. So if we need more space back here for anything, we can cut these trees down. We can run over here real quick. It is up on a little bit of a hill, so any expansion will probably be done either back behind it or on the other side of it. Because coming down in this kind of dip, I'm not sure if I really want to do that or not. This house, we also acquired this house in the purchase as well. But yeah, I'm pretty satisfied and pretty happy with our purchase here. Okay, we have $35,456 left of our inherited $100,000. Even $100,000, it doesn't go very far in farming, especially in 2026. So we are going to have to figure out how to make some extra money here so we can start building up the operation. So we're going to have to take on a couple contracts here and build up the bank a little bit. Really, the only thing available right now is pretty much fertilizing because it's August. There is one logging looking contract, but that's not really our specialty. So I think we're going to take on this easy little $12,000 job for this farmer, Ben, right here. And we will see how this goes. All right, so here we are. We are having to borrow the equipment because we don't have any of our own. So we are borrowing a New Holland T7 230. And we are going to be spreading some solid fertilizer with this Breedale. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. Solid fertilizer spreader. So I will see you guys at the field. Okay, so we are pulling up to the field right now. It's going to be this one on our right-hand side. I'm not sure why it's got us, why this farmer wants solid fertilizer spread on a almost completely matured cornfield. But it's the farmer's choice, so we will gladly spread some fertilizer for him. As long as we're making money, that's all that matters. So I believe there is a pull into this field down here. Yep, there is. So we will just come on down off the road, turn our lights off, and we will unfold the spreader and get started. driving back up to the road because we are finished with this contract. It's kind of weird had us fertilizing standing corn like that. That's almost mature. Like I said earlier, it's a little odd it had us do that, but as long as it paid money, that's all we care about. So because we had to lease the equipment, that we did take a little bit of a hit. So we lost almost $1,600, but we still made a profit of $10,265. So we will take it. Pretty easy contract. All right, so now we have $48,526. I'm not sure why it gave us $13,000 when it said we were only going to make 10. So I'm not sure why the game does what it does, but hey, we'll take the extra $3,000. We're going to need it. All right, so I guess we will be looking for our next contract. All right, so our next contract is going to be for Farmer Walter, and we're also going to be fertilizing his piece of ground. It's about 34, a little over 34 acres, and we're going to get to actually drive something much bigger this go around. All right, we're back at the shop. We're at the dealer. We're picking up the piece of machinery we're going to be running here. It's a Fendt Rogator 932, and this thing is a monster of a fertilizer spreader. I mean, look at these tires. They're taller than I am. So this is another lease because we don't actually own anything. So we are working towards getting our own equipment. So it's going to be a bunch of lease stuff until we can start to have our own machinery. Okay, we finished up Walter's field and we ended up making $33,387. We did take a little bit of a hit with the lease cost. We lost about a little over $1,000. Okay, so our new total is $82,732 to work with here. We're gonna get a fuel tank, I believe, because that is something we're gonna need when we do acquire our own equipment. So kind of looking here what we might want. I'm not really too keen on one of these ones that has the legs, only because when the fuel gets low, the wind could blow it over. So I'm thinking more along the lines of something that's a lot lower to the ground. I'm just trying to decide where we should put it. I don't really want to put it back here in the tree lines. So I'm thinking up here by kind of by the edge of the driveway is going to be probably our best option. And I think we're going to go with this red one right here because I don't really like the price of the other ones because every dollar matters right now. We could put it right next to the shop. However, if the shop were to catch on fire, I don't really like the idea of a fuel tank being right next to it. I don't like the idea next to the field either. Somebody could hit it or something like that. So this is where I figured would be the best location for the fuel tank. So it'll be up here. Now, will we probably move this again? Probably so once we start expanding and stuff. But for right now, I think this will work just fine. So that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys liked it. I really appreciate if you guys would like, subscribe, comment. And we got a lot more coming for the Big Time Operations series we got going here on Reading, Minnesota. And hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in episode 2.